Hey everybody, it's Jeremy.
And Jake.
We're back with more Tales of Destiny. We're right where we started last time.
But now we know we're looking for something.
Right!
That was not helpful.
There's something that we're missing. Like, the other issue that I have with, like, this game is really fun to play, but
Yeah.
I would be annoyed if it was more technically challenging, because if it was more technically challenging, there's too much shit on the goddamn screen to try to see anything.
Do me a favor.
What?
Pause, go to the menu. Or, go, yeah, full menu. Go to... You want to pop up the difficulty to second?
But is that what you were after? Is it too easy for you?
We're talking about the game being too easy.
I don't think I was saying that it was too easy. I'm saying like it's.
You can leave it on normal. I'm not Mitch. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you gotta be
Hard.
Wait, what does hard say? But increases in experience and device point.
Yep. All right, let's do it.
Safe state, because we're gonna die in the next fight. Yeah. Get me up there. Get me up there. Do we know how many device points we were getting?
Some fucking clue.
Neither do I. Hey-ya! There, that was cool. Yeah, I have no clue. I have no idea if we're actually getting any.
I don't know, but that fight took like twice as long, and I have no real interest in that.
Yeah. Is that one of your fire spells? Gee. Yeah. Oh, I was heading that way.
Yeah. Alright. Mastered something. Mastered critical. Alright, my guess is there's gonna be some shit back here. That's really good.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did it.
Good job. You successfully made a waffle. Yeah. I wasn't saying it out of a... Fuck. What the... Ooh!
What's wrong?
Maybe it's just... Maybe... Okay. Anybody know the order of the Chinese alphabet?
Absolutely not. Oh, so you think it's like...
Oh, I'm starting to think, like, we haven't seen anything in the place. I'm starting to think maybe it's not a... Oh, there's a certain, like, layout. Maybe they just expect you to know, hey, it's the order of the alphabet, you know? Damn. So many fucking ranged hits.
Yeah, the stagger is kind of rough. You know what they need? Poise. We need poise.
I think that does exist in the whatchamacallits. I think that's stun, basically.
Go to sleep. Nope, die.
Ate a sandwich. Oh, right. Or,
Rude. Yeah.
Big bang. Hell yeah.
But
Fucking God, that's so expensive. We're getting there though.
$9.99. 99.
Okay, last place we didn't really check was this direction.
Yeah.
This gets us into, we can at least go check the
I just like using all my CC to do that spin attack on somebody.
yeah.
Year
Flare? Oh, we said that at the same fucking time.
Well, I like seeing two lion heads out there at one time.
If I hit them, it tends to stagger them, so that means I don't get staggered. It's just kind of a...
Yeah, Beast absolutely staggers them.
Nope, I just missed that. Nice. Wow. One downside to her Mystic Art is it seems to, like, put her on the enemy. So, like, it's a little problematic for Ophelia.
My Beast actually hits 3 times.
Oh, does it? Nice.
You can see her do like 3 different motions. It's like Shinsho, Ryu's Shinsho from Street Fighter.
Yeah.
So like hit pause, hit.
That really need to be in any of those places anymore, do we? I wonder if that will change anything.
Wonder if I get my charge attack up.
Yeah, mine seems to hit multiple times as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think they actually are basically the same skill.
I learned mine first. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. How do you guys like it, huh? You like being stunned? Can't do anything, huh?
I don't think they like it very much.
Spam beast.
We're getting a fair amount of money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We had like 1,500 whenever we went back to the save point last, and that was several fights ago, so... Yeah. I'm assuming we're close on to 20k.
We are very close, yeah.
Oh. Nope, gotta go up for that one. Whoop. What? Philia!
He's stealing things with thunder blades. Or lightning blades.
You were both there. Up in the air together. About to end it in like a cool little dual tech thing.
She don't care.
Like, nah.
Zap.
Mine. I'm going for that dude in the air. Also, you got blast.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try to like hold on to it because I'm pretty sure once we get past those rooms, it's boss fight time.
Well, slight problem.
Yeah. Oh man. I haven't seen anything that looks like indicative of like, oh, here's the pattern on the wall or something like that, you know?
What if we just have to go in the order of the years?
That's what I said earlier.
Yeah. Oh, that's what. Well, you said alphabetical, right?
No, I said like, does anyone know the order of the Chinese? I might have said alphabet rather than calendar, but like I meant calendar. Like, does anyone know the order the calendar is supposed to be in? So.
Lunar New Year's. Okay. Does it start? Like, I have no idea what it starts with though, because it's by incremental 1 year, so I don't know what the first one is. This one says it starts with rat. So, I mean, you want me to just read these after you and give it a shot and see if it's just the order of the Chinese years?
I want you to wait until we get there, but yeah.
Okay. I wasn't just gonna think so little of me.
I mean...
What happened? What did you do? Go to system? Go to resume?
Whoops.
What did you do?
I hit escape instead of F1.
Oh, okay.
Goodness gracious.
Well, technically, this window isn't the emulator. This is just the display. The emulator is that little tiny box.
Yeah. Okay, monkey, rooster. Here's rat.
Should be. Mine says it starts with rat.
Okay.
And ox.
Ox is right here.
And tiger.
Okay, tiger is right here.
Rabbit.
Rabbit's up over here.
Dagrin.
Okay.
Snake.
Snake over.
All the doors are remaining open. This is right.
Yeah, this I agree.
Goat. Or ram. Alright, I guess it was a
goat.
Monkey. Cock. And finally pig.
Woo!
Well, dog is not one of the years.
Okay, well they all stayed open. So let's try. Okay. Dog was the bullshit one. That was interesting.
We did it! We figured it out all on our own.
We did. Good job. Hourglass. If there's anything over here. There is.
There was.
Blue chamomile.
Blue chamomile.
Interesting.
Better than regular chamomile because it's blue.
Fucking face.
Overall EX. Cannot. Well, might as well use it on somebody.
Oh. Yes. I didn't realize
Ston absolutely needs it. Love how symmetrical these chests are.
Right? Like, this is the mind of a person who's like, nope, nope.
Can't leave it. I gotta put one there. I gotta put it there. Uh-oh. This is looking a little bossy.
Yeah, it is. Grab him!
クソ者一緒にいるのは試練の三男坊か道家のジョニーここに水産キリア証拠りもなくここまで私を追ってくるとはな
Fuck you, Grey Bum.
私は自分の責任を果たそうとしているだけです。何としても神の目をあなたから取り戻すという責任を
Can we get like a Y?
生意気なやつめ神の目はどこだ答える必要はない大王陛下奴らを
Oh no, Viv's over here saying this battle, like we are in store for something.
Yeah, we should bump it up to hard real quick.
Hard pass.
We have yet to have a single person in.
Oh shit!
Oh, is this Punchy Bro? Oh yeah. Oh, it's not Punchy Bro. Oh, he
Look
looks
at how
cool.
stacked he is.
All right, here we go. Bam Beast! Ooh. Not looking my best. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Nice. Resists fire. Actually, that's a good question. Oh, resists literally everything except Carl's
I think
shit.
that's yeah.
Oh no, I'm blocking. I did not block in time. I went on the other side. Oh, he left.
Oh, he flipped me like you do.
Yeah. He did the flip-a-doos. Oh. Oh. Oh, he fucking geese threw me. He fucking gave me the geese throw. Fuck you. Boom. Oh no, Stun, get out of there, you're gonna die!
Wow, I just backstepped like a shit ton real quick.
And it only costs 1 to do it, and you've got like, what, 6? So yeah, you... Don't! Ugh! Oh! Is it time? It's time! Time to shine! Do the thing! Mary! Now not the time! Now's not the time! Do the thing, Mary, please! Please, you can end it in style! Yes!
Oh my god. Hey, you did it! Woo! Wow! Holy shit.
Woo!
Nice. Got a little close there.
Nah, not even.
What are you
Let's not talk
talking
the fact
about?
You're double digits for a second there. The name of the... You just had to make sure that you were defensive, and if you needed to, back the fuck up. Like, don't be scared to backdash out of there.
Well, I will say this about basically every Tales game that Jay and I play together. It is always easier playing with 2 people than I remember playing with 1. Like, every single time. Just because, you know, players tend to be better than the NPCs. Or at
That's
least
true.
more focused. So we probably have a little bit of an unfair advantage. Oh shit!
Oh.
Cutscene.
Put the scene of this.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Was that
Oh god, it's that
Draconis or
dragon
whatever?
freak.
飛行竜だと
Mm-hmm.
こんなところにあったのか
What's up?
一体どこへ向かったのだ
あの中にグレバムが
Hey, you.
グレバムはどこへ逃げたファンダリアだ
Of course he set you up.
図られたわ
Y'all were the bad guys. He did a bad guy thing.
Yeah.
休め最初からよ
So you should join our party, right? To get revenge.
That'd be pretty cool.
こんな男がアクアベイルの代用か
Ooh.
ざまあないなティベリウス
Johnny just like cuts his head off right here and now.
そうだな貴様より世の方がよほど道化じみているかも
You can't take my title. I'm the clowniest of the clowns.
Bards aren't clowns. Bards are like suave.
Well, but he calls himself Johnny the Clown.
Yeah.
このままでは死ねん世はアクアベイルの大王だ
You think so?
There's only one solution. Oh, I was thinking more seppuku, not a 1v1.
何を言ってるんだいいだろう
Me
Johnny's
and my sword versus you and your loot.
ジョニーさん
Well, I mean, he
Or-
is weak to sonic damage, so...
Yeah. Just smack him with the biwa.
幕の引き方ってもんがあるのさスタンお前さんの剣を今だけ貸してくれ
Oh, he's not intending this to be like an actual duel. It's a duel.
Like a shing.
Yeah, like...
僕の使え
A
王族
rapier?
同士が決着をつけるのならこの宝剣がふさわしいだろ
Oh.
いいなシャルわかりました坊ちゃんが言うなら
That's very
恩に
insane.
着るぜ
Special animation for him holding a sword.
Yeah, neat.
リオン
Also, he's left-handed.
それじゃあ始めるとするかジョニーよ貴様がここへ来た本当の理由は何だエレノアの敵討ちか
Uh-oh.
それとも世が貴様の父から奪った大王の座を取り戻すためか
Or maybe you're just shitty people and we want to stop shitty people from doing shitty things. Ever think about that?
Little a column A, little a column B, little a column C. Why not
All the
everything?
above.
ただの助っ人と言ったら信じるかい
Nah, I wouldn't really believe that, Johnny.
No,
Doesn't sound like
I
he
mean,
believes it
big
either.
Mild.
道家のジョニーとはよく言ったものだな
Johnny the Clown.
まんまといっぱい食わされたわ
That's yeah, that's like that scenario where, like, I mean, they knew what was happening there. Like,
返すぜ
that was a way for him to go out honorably, you know, that type of scenario.
If you say so.
No, I'm
Yeah,
telling
yeah, I
you, like, that's absolutely like how a duel between royalty.
とても素人の剣さばきではなかったぞジョニーさんあなたは一体
Stan knows. He's like, wait a minute.
Johnny's just
You're
like
actually
a
good with the
fucking
blade.
badass.
道家のジョ
Like,
ニー
you're a swordsman, you piece of shit.
若
A good
ご無事
one.
ですかいいところに来た伝令を頼むティベリウスを討ち取ったとな
Nice.
Good old
かしこまりました
fashioned regicide.
さてと
Well,
俺たちも外へ出るか
I guess he was his king, kind of. He's more the liege
Kinda.
of
Either
his
he was
liege.
or he was not.
Huh?
Either he was or he was not.
Well, like I was saying, he is, you know, if he is a upstart, if he took the title Great King by force, then perhaps he is not technically Johnny's real liege. Therefore, it would not be regicide.
Johnny.
I think.
I like how he still Fate like Fate Line God.
Look, it's fine. You hate on that game so hard, but it was a perfectly fine game.
It was not perfectly fine.
It wasn't like great, but it was perfectly fine.
I didn't like story. Didn't like it.
You didn't like the end of the story.
Which is the story. It's still the story.
No. No.
It's still the story.
You can think like, okay, do you like the story of Xenogears? We're talking about Star Ocean 3.
No. No.
Except you do like the story of Xenogears, you just don't like the second half.
So if I were to take a nice plate of fried rice and then took dog shit and put it on top of it,
Nope, that
you
is
telling
not.
me
That is not.
that I should still enjoy?
That is not how that works.
fried rice.
It's like putting a plate of dog shit next to a plate of fried rice.
No, it's all the same dish.
No, it's not.
You can't. How are you separating the two?
Star Ocean 2.
What about it?
Is that a good story?
I mean, it's better than 3.
Because the second half of it's kind of dog shit. You have like this like, I don't like this thing, I've made up my mind, but you have so many examples of like, well, yeah, sure, this works the exact same way for all these others. This is a hill Jay will die on.
Whatever. And if that's
How's it going, Jake?
If that's your gotcha moment for justifying the
It's not a gotcha moment, it's just real life Jay.
Star Ocean 3, then you can have it.
I do agree. Star Ocean 3 could have been handled better. It could have been a better game, but I think at its core, it's still fun to play. It's still pretty okay. Like, I think in today's day and age, its issue is less one of story, as Jay might consider, and more one of like clunkiness. It's just very like long-winded and very like you gotta do so like menu heavy. You gotta do so many things to maximize it. It's more it's very like there's a lot of shit going on. Yeah. But
also, if you run out of MP, you die.
I think that's a perfectly fine and interesting mechanic. Yeah, I don't think the story is paced well. No, absolutely not. I think the pacing in a lot of old games, a lot of old RPGs, actually, the pacing in RPGs in general tends to be not very good a lot of the times. That's why the ones that most people end up like really liking are the ones that actually have good pacing, and it's just like a night and day difference, basically.
Hell yeah. You get it, Carl. Look at him go.
Viv, do you have strong opinions about Star Ocean 3? It was very plotting for a long time, and then it gets to the big sci-fi twist in the last like 5 hours of the game. Yeah, I do think it could have. I think it would have done better to have a more concise early story, and then have gotten to the big sci-fi twist about 75% of the way through, and then had a longer time to explore the sci-fi portion of the twist.
Right. Too bad the twist in and of itself is not good.
I don't necessarily
It is
agree
a
with you.
twist that I swear to God came out of the mind of M. Night Shyamalan himself.
Okay, describe spoilers. Describe the twist to me.
What are you getting at?
Describe
your
the
game?
twist. Describe the twist to me. What was the big twist?
That Star Ocean and the denizens within are in fact video game characters in a video game,
Okay.
and somehow your party finds a way to break free from the video game into the real world and start fucking up the developers of the game.
Gotcha. So it takes a Matrix bent.
Matrix did it way fucking better.
I'm not necessarily arguing with you on that, but I'm saying, like, your concept of, yeah, ban Jay for spoiling.
No, I was set up. He told me to.
They did leave things way too ambiguous with the ending. I agree. But so my argument against Jay is Jay seems to abhor the concept that they went with, when that concept is basically the core concept of one of the most popular movies in the last 20 years.
So
I'm not saying that it wasn't done poorly.
Let me ask you. So if one person does it and it's well, then any other person that does it afterward, it's automatically good?
No. That's not what I said, and that's not what I'm arguing. And that's not what you argued. I'm not gonna argue what you're asking right there, because you are arguing in bad faith. You are trying to catch me in a thing. I am talking about what your belief is. You have stated you don't like the core concept of it. However, that core concept is actually a very popular core concept in other things.
Yes.
My argument is not that the core concept is bad.
One could be done bad.
And my argument is not that the core concept is done, that the game is good or bad, or done good or bad. My argument is that you say the core concept is bad, it's not. There's a difference between...
I'm saying that it's dumb in that game, in that context.
Nah, absolutely not. It's not dumb. It's not dumb. It just got done poorly. Disagree, Jay.
I do.
I noticed.
This has been an argument we have had since
and will have multiple times in the future. You have very strong opinions about games that I do not have strong opinions about, so it makes it very easy for me to strongly argue with you about those things with zero investment.
Yeah, and when we argue like this, we're always it's in good faith. We're not actually getting mad.
No, you're just fucking wrong.
Subject or the person, so
you're just wrong, Jay. It is what it is.
Absolutely, I am not wrong.
Just like you're wrong on Chrono Cross being a bad game.
Dude, so here's the thing, right? I absolutely want to do like a Parasite Eve 3 video for Chrono Cross, because I even have Google Docs with notes and points and stuff like that. And I gotta tell you, with the release of Radical Dreamers, the Radical Dreamer edition, I'm like, this would be the perfect opportunity to play through the game again, capture the whole thing, and then I'll have all the assets I need to make the video. Like,
do it up, son. Having replayed it, the twist is pretty cool, but the game has absolutely zero lead up to it. Again, 100% agreed, right? Like, my standpoint isn't that the game is amazing. My standpoint is that the concepts that make up the story of the game are valid and could have been done better to result in a better game, right? Having scenarios where there were foreshadowing, there was more time to explore the situation in the aftermath of it, the resolution being more actually a resolution, right? Like, there's a lot of stuff that could have been done better, but the idea was valid.
The idea, like, there's no, like, this isn't like canon or anything, or it's not, at least I don't know if it's canon or not. I've seen arguments for and against it, but it's just simply the idea that Star Ocean 3 retroactively and futurely makes all games before it and after it also video games is also upsetting.
I don't so here's my opinion on that, and I am not bothered by the idea that Star Ocean 3 makes Star Ocean 2, Star Ocean 1, Star Ocean 4, etc., makes them also video games. I don't give a shit if they're video games or not. Guess what? They are video games.
No,
and
right,
I'm
no.
also,
come on.
also, I grew up on things like Reboot, the concept of video games having souls or hearts or real, like, opinions or things like that, where it's a situation where, like, okay, the Star Ocean series is a series of video games about video game characters. Okay, that does not make me disconnect from them in any way, shape, form, or fashion. If anything, that makes me connect to them just as much as I did to the things in my childhood.
Well, here's the thing, like, and this is just my logic, and I might be the only person that thinks this, but if all the games are also canonically video games, then it removes the stakes entirely, because when you're playing an RPG, like, we're playing Tales of Destiny, right?
Okay, but here's the thing. I get what you're saying. But immediately, this is why it doesn't do that for me. All I have to do whenever I think of a situation like that, like for Tales of Destiny, for example, right? Like, all I have to do is think reboot logic, right? All of these things actually do matter, because to these characters, it is everything. It is their real life. How is that any more or any less compelling, right? How is that any less compelling than unknown individuals that I have never experienced or met before, other than playing them in a video game?
Right, but here's the difference, though, right? This is a video game. Carl's not real. Carl is a collection of pixels. He doesn't have feelings. He is, as the death cry of a boss in Star Ocean 3 once said, he is just a bunch of ones and zeros.
Okay.
He has no feeling.
Jay, if this game, right, was based on a true story, okay, that actually happened, and all of the characters were real characters from history, and these were all their opinions and the words that they said, does that suddenly make it matter?
What I'm saying is, from a video game standpoint, right? Because you got to realize, in Star Ocean 3, once they broke into the real world, that's still, from our perspective, part of the video game, right? But in a game like this, or in like Star Ocean 2, going back and being like, no, all these events aren't real. They're just part of a, like, they're just part of a simulation. That, so, like, the world's not in the balance in this video game, despite the fact it's presented that it is. But it's not, because it's a video game.
Their world is in the balance.
There is no there. There is no they, there is no there. They are just collections of pixels and colors.
And that is
Put
when I
together and
legitimately...
separated by binary.
And that is where I go, reboot.
That doesn't... No. Because you can say that as reboot, but it doesn't mean that they have feelings.
Do you think the characters in you love reboot?
I love the show reboot. I have the PlayStation 1 game. That's just shit, dude.
Okay, well, yes, absolutely, right. But you
actually
love
gonna
the
really
show
look for it.
reboot. Do the characters in reboot have feelings? Why are you thinking? It is explored deeply in the show. The whole point of the show of reboot is that those characters are more than just ones and zeros.
The reason why I'm having a hard time answering this, because there was never a time when someone from the reboot, like the computer, the mainframe,
the issue is them coming out. That's it. That's it.
Right. So like if
they'd stayed in, you're basically saying if they'd stayed in, it would have been fine. You'd have had no issue with believing in them.
No.
It would have been fine. Yeah, Jay is literally the villain from Star Ocean 3. He is absolutely the villain. He's just like, how can you care about these things? They're just ones and zeros.
Well, you know what? Sometimes the villain is correct. That doesn't mean they're right in their like what they're trying to accomplish, but they can make a correct statement.
Okay, so Jay, I want you to realize that you've just said that you have made a correct statement, but you're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong.
You are wrong. You have made a correct
wrong.
statement, but you're not right. Your point of view, what you stand for, is incorrect.
Right, here. I'm just gonna put it out plain and simple, right? Star Ocean 2 was about, what was it? 2 different planets and whatever, and they were hanging in the balance, and that was like, fuck it. All right, I'm just trying to get through this quickly, right? Like it's like it was like a real event that mattered, and then Star Ocean 3 came along and said, no, that was just that actually didn't matter at all.
Okay.
And I'm not. That's assuming that even retroactively, like canonically, makes it a video. I'm not sure it actually does. I'm just saying if it did.
If it did.
Then it removes the stakes. Like, and you could be like, it doesn't for me because I look at it this way. And if that's the case, cool. You do you. But it doesn't change the fact that if it is canon, that does change the context of that story's existence.
To be what?
From real to not real.
Except none of it is real. It's all a video game.
No. You gotta look. There's a fourth wall that you're crossing. Like I'm saying, we're staying behind the fourth wall. We're not breaking it, right?
Okay.
Because
we the players of the video game that only experience the video game through it being a video game have to stay behind. Actually, within the fourth wall, not behind it, because that would then be outside looking in. So we have to put ourselves into the world of Star Ocean 3, but not the world that Star Ocean 3 takes place in, because that's a video game. What we have to do is we have to realize that
we don't have to
there's a world
anything
in Star Ocean 3 where the rest of all of Star Ocean takes place as a video game, and that makes that world lose its stakes because now none of the video game-ness is real.
No. What you did was, like, you tried to discredit me by being like, they're all video games. It doesn't matter. Star Ocean 2 is a video game because it's a video game. When in reality, yes, it's a physical, tangible video game that I play with my controller, right? Yes, that is true. But I'm talking about the story presented to the player. Like, before, the fact that it was a video game was with us on this side of the fourth wall, right? But Star Ocean 3 changed that, and now, regardless of what this thing is saying that this product, Star Ocean 2, may in fact also be a video game, regardless of the fourth wall. Like, this has nothing to do with this.
Okay. And that's a problem. Why?
It removes the stakes. It makes everything irrelevant, unimportant.
Makes what unimportant?
Everything.
Everything. All of existence. All of everything around us.
All of it.
No, like, what does it make unimportant?
The entirety of the Ocean of Stars.
It makes the events of Star Ocean 2 unimportant?
Yeah, because they didn't happen.
Okay.
It was a video game.
Except, so Star Ocean 2 is a standalone game that doesn't reference Star Ocean.
Actually, I'm not sure. Like,
doesn't
I'm
reference
Star
Star
Ocean
Ocean
3
3
universe. I think they're all.
I get that. I'm just saying, it doesn't reference Star Ocean 3 at all, right? So here's the thing, Jay. Someone could go out right now and play Star Ocean 2. Right?
No, Maokai. I hate it.
Yes. Yeah, this is another reason why this shit doesn't make sense, Maokai. Jay's insistence on hating this one particular thing to the core of his being. Anyways, so someone could go out and play Star Ocean 2 right now and enjoy the game, hate the game, whatever, right? But to that person, the context of the game has relevance.
Because you're really playing with Claude and Rena, who are trying to save the world, or the world's plural.
Okay.
From what's his name? Fucking.
Yeah, whatever.
The funny thing is, his name is Dr. Lantis.
So
I can't remember what the boss's name is, like his boss name.
So you're positing that if that person, so you're positing like a Schrodinger's relevance here. Like, once that person has played Star Ocean 2, there is relevance there. There
Yes.
There are stakes that matter there.
And then they play Star Ocean 3.
Once they play Star Ocean 3, those stakes that used to matter, that used to be real, aren't anymore.
Because Star Ocean 3 tells you that they aren't.
I don't agree with that.
And also, Maokai, yes, I like Dot Hack, but the difference in Dot Hack was the game was about Dot Hack wasn't really, it was about reality. It was about like a real world, and in that real world was Dot Hack, and people in the real world were dying in the game. Like, there were still stakes, because like there was still the reality part of it where real people were stuck in the game. Sword Art Online, right? Like, they're stuck in the game and they're dying.
So the issue is, because the people, so basically it's because the people in Star Ocean 2, for example, when they died, they were just ones and zeros. Therefore, it's now irrelevant.
In Star Ocean, when they died?
Yeah, your issue is that Star Ocean 2, for example, right? The existence of Star Ocean 3 makes Star Ocean 2, the death of all of the people on that one planet, irrelevant.
Yes. Yes. That's if that's canon.
Were you significantly impacted by the death of the people on that world?
I mean,
were there stakes?
I mean, like,
were there stakes?
Those are stakes.
Were there stakes? No, stakes implies like there's something
Like,
that you're fighting
the
for.
fate of billions on a planet. That's pretty high stakes.
But you didn't get to that. The game forces that to happen. You have no choice in the matter.
Yeah, it's the story.
Yeah.
It's the story being told.
Okay. So the difference between a story being told and where you have no choice, and the difference between a story being told and where you have choice.
Like, you could just look at it like reading a book. Like, it's still a story. It's like I'm reading
It's just like reading a book, Jay, where the characters aren't
if you
real.
read a book, if I read a book and then the sequel of the book was like all the things that happened in the first book were a simulation, right? If the second book did that, it makes all the events of the first book shitty.
Does it?
It makes it irrelevant. It takes away the stakes.
What stakes? It's a book.
Because it's not real. It's like at the end of a movie where it's like, but it was all a dream, right? Like, it's the same thing. Like,
I just can't connect with that thought. I don't know why. I just fucking can't.
Really? But do you believe like if like something like a drastic story was told, and then at the very end
I agree, Maokai. That's the point. Absolutely. Like, that's the whole fucking point. And Jay just hates it, and he won't admit to it. He won't agree with it. He hates it. And just by rejecting that one point, he basically rejects the point of all of the rest of video games and stories and everything else. Your insinuation.
Look, they can do it. Like, all right, so there were ones and zeros that came into the real world, and they want to fight for their net went from the game into reality. They are now real, right?
Okay.
Because they came from the game and they want their free will. Sure, great. That's in the story. Great. That doesn't change the fact that now Star Ocean 2 is technically a video game instead of a real group of people trying to save the world. That doesn't change that.
I also think it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't make it lesser. Like, your insistence that somehow Star Ocean 3 making all the rest of the video games, and therefore they matter less, doesn't make any sense. You're trying to argue.
You don't think it's a bit of a cop-out at the end of a story to be hit with but it was a dream? You don't think that's like, do you not feel any kind of like,
also, yeah, it's a classic trope.
Right.
I mean, like, the idea of the Matrix is not like a unique thing. It was just done at a proper time with a proper budget, etc., right? Like, and no, Jay, to answer your question, I do not think that. I disagree entirely.
Then we are in an impasse. Also, how's he doing sit-ups with his feet not braced by anything? How heavy are his feet?
That's a good question. Maybe he has them, like, glued to the bed or something.
Right. As you do.
You know. The whole concept of the Kobayashi Maru in Star Trek is about a simulated lose-lose scenario that has significant emotional impact on the people who undertake it. Even though it's just a simulation. Yeah, it's also there's psychological impact there too.
Out here that literally get around it by just breaking the simulation.
Well, there's also psychological impact because it is a test, and the way that they fielded the concept is that you're going to be graded on your performance during it, right? And that causes psychological and emotional pressure to the people taking the test, unless you're a sociopathic asshole that's like, fuck this test, I do what I want, you know? But
I mean, I've never actually seen the Kobayashi episode. It's a famous it's one of the
it's a famous concept,
known plots in all of Star Trek.
Absolutely. All right. Oh shit. Oh, is he gonna leave us?
Not so fast.
自伝家の了解も取ってある。キリキリ働いてもらうからな。
怖いお兄さんに捕まっちまった。これ逃げられそうにないか。
Think it's a major concept in Ender's Game? The lose-lose scenario? Yeah, I mean it does crop up conceptually in the idea of the final spoilers for anyone who has never read or I guess watched Ender's Game, but watching Ender's Game really doesn't explain shit. So, spoilers to anyone who has ever read Ender's Game. But yeah, like the final battle in Ender's Game is very much intended to be an unwinnable situation. And then Ender basically goes, "Nah, fuck y'all. Your concept is it's supposed to be an unwinnable or an unsurvivable situation. I'm not here to survive, I'm here to win. Fuck you." You know? So, which is that book, if you read that book as a child, it gives you some fucked up concepts. Like that book is I actually think probably higher reading material than most young adults should be reading. Right, like you said something about that earlier, Maokai, the concept of like when we get actual like simulated scenarios, Jay's just gonna be like rooting for the bad guys the entire time. Or
that's what you get out of this?
Or no, this is my favorite one. I can't wait until we find out that we are living in a simulation and Lantis has to justify himself. What is your name? What is your quest? What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? African or European swallow?
I don't know.
I don't actually remember. They do say, like, I do think they actually say the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow, like European or whatever, in the discussion, but I don't remember what the fuck it is. How's it going, wet paper bag?
And remember, it was specifically unladen because earlier they were talking about how they got coconuts.
Yeah, how they got coconuts.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
Because they were carried.
Oh my god. Achoo?
What's your favorite color?
Bless you.
Blue. No, green. Ah!
Right, like, that was just so like...
How do people not like British humor? That shit's hilarious.
Okay, well that's way different from, like, a lot of other British humor. There's, like, even within just that movie, there's a lot of gold.
And your mother smelt of elderberries.
See, like that has always been kind of like a okay for me.
Now leave before I taunt you a second time.
My god. It's definitely, British humor is definitely an acquired taste, I think. Johnny, don't leave us!
He
Like I get the drunk part, I get the like elderberry wine kind of part, right? Like, but I don't get the hamster whore part, right? Like I'm always like, wait, what? You stuff your mouth with nuts. And now it all makes sense to me. You stuff your mouth with nuts. Got it. My goodness. It smells like smoke. Casey blew out a candle. Johnny left the party. No. Hello.
Hello.
All right. Johnny
Also,
has left
Jeremy.
the party, and I think that is probably going to be a good place for the end of this video. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. We're going to keep playing. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoy.
Sorry.
I hope you
I'm
enjoyed,
sorry.
and we will see you next time. Yeah, right. Like,
I'm
I hope
sorry.
you enjoyed the 45-minute rant about Star Ocean 3. And
This
we'll see you
episode
next
was a
time.
mistake.
Bye-bye, everybody. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.